Now, we had something good happen yesterday. I did some stuff offline, and of course, that's when I got to my shiny, which was my Galarian Mr. Mime. So we're finally off the mark for the month. So that is good. This little dancing fella's going to be waiting for us for all eternity, isn't it? Um, so anyway, the other thing I noticed was outside of the Ultra Beasts, I have done every single legendary at least once, with the exception of Rayquaza and Latios. So amazingly, we have hit at a total of 36 out of the possible um, total we were after. Now I'm going to do a completely random one, mostly just with an offline one. I'm not even going to do one of these. Now, the other side of it is I'm not that desperate for Rayquaza because I already have one. I've got about 3 or 4 to be honest. We'll take this as our starter. This seems like a good one to pick. But I don't know what we're facing, of course. We've also done a total of 73 DAs and we've won 51. Now, this changed yesterday because I actually did one last one before I switched off, where I ended up facing a what was it? We faced a Solgaleo. So of course I picked the wrong type here. So we're going to just try and get this dark type. I don't really know what the psychic is. It could be anything. So we'll work our way through it. We will probably hope the computer takes the Azumarill. Because it will be helpful against the dark type we're facing. But otherwise, we're just going to stick with what we're doing now. I have also seen a few people get legendaries. I saw a Cresselia pop up in the Discord. Congratulations to the Cresselia. We already know that I've seen Boy from Belgium's Endless Shiny Luck, so it's about time it came our way. I think is the best way to put this. I would also like to keep this for the dark type Pokemon so that I can take that. But from otherwise, we're just going to carry on. See how many we get through today. If they're single player, I'll get through a lot more, but I always would love to have it open for more people to join. And that reminds me, let's put the Discord up. Discord. So people can jump in the Discord if they want to. It's easier because at the end of the day we've kind of set it up so people can kind of just enjoy what they're doing. Nobody's too serious with what's happening. So there's that. Elsewhere, as we said, we're just going to sort of flow through and see what we end up with today. There's no real rush for anything. If we get the shiny, we get the shiny. If we don't, we're back to square one, which is where we've been for most of this challenge. No shinies for me, but we'll see. I was meant to be recording every one I did, but I've got a little bit lax when I've joined in with like Corey last night. I was doing a few with before, just doing a few random ones on my own, and that's where I got the mime with ironically just doing some offline, which was again the end of the streak of 0 shinies. So I'm happy that I finally have one. I've lost track of just how many everyone else has got because they are completely destroying me. But then I am only doing a few a day. I've also got to do my egg hatching for bingo. I've also been doing a little bit of work on trying to help with Dex 365, so I've rolled out the 3DS again in hopes of getting some luck. So I think it's best just to go for the Absol because there's a good chance this could be something as simple as the Lunala, but it could be Mewtwo. I want to try and keep the Malamar. If I take the ghosts, it would be weak to a few things here and there, so let's stick with the simple version. Let's keep simple, go for the strongest thing against psychics. This team is pretty good at the moment for psychic, because, well, once I take this, of course, because we have the Malamar immune, we've got the bug that's strong, and Azumaril's a bit of a tank, shouldn't really be weak to anything it has. Okay, nice that we got the hail up, so now we're going to be getting battered by everything that we don't need. This is my favourite part of the thing, that you can just switch the animations off. That's the one thing I absolutely love about solo play. But when you find difficult things, you really want to hit up with a couple of other people, because you work smoother with everyone else. You don't have to deal with difficult challenges like Zygarde, Groudon, Kyogre. I've beaten Kyogre on my own, but Groudon's a bit more challenging. Oh no, we lost the Malamar. That's not a good start. But this could be something as simple as like a Uxie or Mesprit or something. I do think I can't actually... Actually, I need to do Dialga and Latios. And I think they may be exclusive to the other games. Welcome in, Nico. Yeah, you can join in. Do you have any path set up for on your end? I'm just trying to make sure I encounter everything at least once. That's my goal for these challenges. At the moment, I've met 36 of the 47 legendaries. Mostly looking for a lot of Ultra Beasts, because I haven't unlocked them in the game yet. And this is just a completely random one, but I have Giratina, Heatran and Uxie saved at the moment. They're my main ones. I'm swapping them out quite a lot, though. I'm not taking anything too serious with what I've got on my lists, because, as I said, my goal is to find everything at least once this month. As the idea is to try and play with as many different people as well, bring everyone in to just enjoy the DAs. If we don't get shinies, we don't. I am shiny hunting, I just don't have a set target. I'm shiny hunting whatever we find on our runs. So I don't have, like, I'm not solely going for something like a Rayquaza or something. It just, whatever we come out against, I want shiny. I need all of them. I just don't want to spend all my time solely going for one. When some of the other guys that I do these with, we jump between ones we've got on our shortlists. So, and while I've not got any legendaries, just this month alone we've had Ho-Ho, Buzzwole, Cresselia, a Zygarde, a Mesprit. Very nice. They're all good. Oh, that was my Dynamax. That's not good. I don't really want a Dynamax on this. I want to save it for the final, which is going to cause me problems. But as I said, we can set one up. If we want, we could do the Giratina, because it's on both our lists. I know that Xerneas is a little bit more difficult with just 2 people. Kyurem's not terrible, but I think it's also a little bit better with a full team. And as I said, hopefully some of my regulars will join soon. Mr. Shiny himself will probably turn up and get all of the luck. Yeah, so all I know for this one is it's a psychic type. I believe we've lost 1 life, so I feel like we should be relatively good against whatever it is, because I don't think it can be Solgaleo. If it's a Tapu, I'm in a bit of trouble. But if it's like Mewtwo or Lunala, I should be pretty good with what I got to do. I just hope... Yes, we kept the Malamar. That's the one I most wanted to keep. I would have liked the Ninjask, but I can't really complain. So, I don't do VCs when I do the Dynamax with people. I kind of just sort of say, If you want something, just say that you want to swap, but try to do it at the beginning of the battle. And we just kind of go for the most sensible paths. Like if it's there's no like strict rules you've got to be perfect at them. I don't really mind. Like I'm still learning myself. Quite often, friend of the channel, boy from Belgium, is guiding me through. I set up a save on Sword to solely shiny hunt a couple of months, well, last year somewhere, and I did a load on that, but I caught Rayquaza and a Latios, I think. So I wanted to have like a fresh save with every shiny legendary possible. So now I've got 2 saves to fully shiny hunt on. My problem is I'm going for the Regis as well, so I can't unlock the Ultra Beast on my end. So I'm really hoping to start finding people with the Ultra Beast lined up. That can help tick off a few more, because the only Ultra Beasts we've seen is Buzzwole and Circuitry, because somebody's got both of them set up on their lists. But we only have like a little community of people. I think only 2 people have unlocked them, and it's difficult to solely do randoms with them. If you haven't unlocked, you've got less chance. But I'm relatively happy that we got Mesprit to start with. It's a little bit easier than most. And I'm going to check what Vione has as well, just because it's easier to see what they've got. As we're only looking for 3 more things that she can offer. So if she has one of them, I'm going to have to just take it, do a run myself at some point. And that's a good start and a good win. Now let's see if my shiny luck can continue. No, it's not that good. I've done 74 DAs now and I've had 1 shiny. I've caught everything and it's just been pretty dire for me. So yeah, we're just sort of working our way through it. Like I feel like my luck will swing as the day goes. So let's see, are we going to get a good early bit of luck to start this off? Definitely not the Azumarill. No to the Absol and the Seadra and the Mesprit. Never mind. Another dry run. Right, I'll just set this one up. As I just want to see what she has for me, just in case it requires an. Okay, don't want a Moltres. Okay, let's set Giratina up. It's relatively easy Giratina, isn't it? All we really want is Fairy, Ice and Dark. I used the code that's sort of like a dial tone on an old phone. I got all that on the Sword and Shield as well. So the code is up. It is on the screen if you want to join. I actually got Rayquaza in a DA last year, shiny, before that event happened, and then I got myself another 3 to 5 more. I can't remember how many I did in the end. But I just want to, like, the goal of this is to make sure I try and hit all 47 at least once in the month. It's a bit of a challenge for me. Like I do different challenges each month, and this is the April one, to encounter every legendary in a Dynamax adventure and shiny hunt as we do it. We've got the shiny charm, so that's pretty much all I can do. As I said, I don't really like doing targeted ones. Like I do like 2 or 3 of each a day if I did want to target one, but you know as well as I do, some of the paths are a bit more awkward, so you kind of just have to get on with it in a weird way. And I can back out and try again. If we back out, then we'll start a fresh one. and then we'll try it again. Like, I've had problems with the first one with people before, so I know that it can happen. Let's see. There are a few I would really like to get, but they're mainly the Ultra Beasts because never really got to use them in any game before. Like, never really played Ultra Sun and Moon. That looks like we're ready. Um, we'll just dive straight into this one. And as we said, we're mainly looking for Ice Fairy Dark, aren't we? I guess, or something with a dragon move, maybe. So, nothing too great here. Just for movement, I think I'm going to just take the Gastrodon just so we can face something with a full set of moves. Even the computer's not getting any luck here. Wow. We didn't get the best set there, did we? And this is the other reason why I don't like doing full-blown direct targets, but it looks like we're just sticking to the left. Guess we have a... pretty sure that's a Comfey. We might as well take the Ghost. It's a Trevenant, it's not the best, but it's better than what we've got. Yeah, so we're just going to have to stick left, really, aren't we? I will be in danger against this if it's a Comfey, though. Because it does have Energy Ball. So that's the scary thing. When it comes to Dynamaxing, if you think it's best, go for it. I think we might risk taking the Ghost ourselves to stop it. That's the only way we could look at it, maybe. Because if we take it, then we could get the Ice and the Fairy one. Right. We've got nothing that's really strong against this, whatever we do. So I'm not going to Dynamax because if it hits me with one grass move, I'm done. Pretty much. It would be a waste of my time, really. And then even if you get to go for the Dynamax on your go, it's better than me in this battle. I'm hoping I can get a Body Slam. Paralyzed, but it's difficult when you've got like Gastrodon's such a good one to take at the start, but as soon as you hit a grass type, you know you're in danger. Between us, we've both got to really swap out at some point, haven't we? So there's not really too much of a risk. What if we do the Ditto will become a Ghost if we keep it, which isn't too bad. So I'm thinking just for this run, maybe I take the Comfey, then you take the Ghost and then the Ice, because at least you take your weakness away from the Ice in the battle, but you can pull and puff if need be during the Ghost battle, if that makes sense, because then we can have a Ditto in the final, which would be quite funny more than anything else. I'm just thinking more for protection on our end, but I wish I could have another look at the path just to see if I could figure out what the Ghost was. But I think we should be good with whatever. Now the Ghost is Trevenant actually, isn't it? So it's not great for me either. At least you're more neutral to it. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, it doesn't make any difference because you're going to still be weak to the Ice if with a Trevenant. But you do have a punching move, which will help. You have Drain Punch on a Trevenant, I believe. There is also a little bit of me that wants to search for a Claydol Cradily or Armado on these runs. Yep, Comfy is probably in the top 5 Dynamax mons, I personally think. It's just so helpful with the floral healing. Yeah, because I don't want to take the weakness here. And then you get the double swap. Like, the Vesper Queen will be good against the Ghost, I believe. I still don't think it's the best overall team, but it's going to do the job we need it to. And plus, if the Ditto becomes the Giratina, it will have the Giratina's moves, which will be quite funny. So it's got this dragon and ghost covered. Yeah, but you have a Drain Punch, which is the big thing here. On the Trevenant has Drain Punch, so you should be able to just punch it. Hopefully it's like Weavile or Sneasel if possible. And I'd rather just have... It's because we've used a lot of Trevenants recently. Trust me. We've done a lot of Dynamaxes this month. I've done 74 now. Well, this is 75. And some of the people I join with know every move, every ability, every strength and weakness. It's brilliant to see because you get to learn how to cope with them. And Trevenant's been one that's been used. And I just remember it's something silly like it doesn't have a ghost move, maybe. If it doesn't have a ghost move, I wouldn't swap into it. Maybe. Because then this will be absolutely useless against what we're going to face, Giratina. So actually, if there is no ghost move on it or dark move, don't take it. Let the computer have a go at it. And hopefully, like the Vesper Queen will take it. Because you do have Quiver Dance. I believe you got Pull and Puff as well, so there's some healing on your side as well as mine. Sadly, I can't do much with mine, but I do have Draining Kiss, so maybe I could do a bit of damage. Because you'll be weak to you're weak to the ice whatever happens. So actually, it doesn't matter. You take this because then you're strong against the ice, and then take the ice. That's the plan. That's the way it should go, I think. And it's just dealing with a few of these bulky ones that takes a bit of time, doesn't it? Like, it's fine. Like, they're going to target probably me constantly. I don't quite get why I'm so weak to this suddenly, but I thought I would resist that a bit more. But it's one life. Like, if we're honest, our team is difficult for what we had. Like, it's not really our fault. It happens. I'm not actually sure whether your bug move is super effective or neutral on the Trevenant, but hopefully if it's more effective we can get the max Flutterby. Or whichever one lowers some part of it. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I can't remember what your ability is. Let's have a quick look. What is the ability? Own tempo. Well, not really sure why. Maybe something to do with the grass. But otherwise, I'm completely confused as well. I guess it's one of those 252 glitches or something. It's a good, interesting one because, as we said, we've got 2 good healers and the right type of attackers, but not against this. Because you've seen it has max overgrowth. It is a great, like, so many of them that you think are going to be weak have good movesets, don't they? Like we've seen it with like everyone just thinks Cubface just like a flower necklace and just how strong it is. See, that's the only move that I think is going to help us against the ice type. Because we're already going to have two weaknesses, depending on what the ice type is as well. We just have to hope that the Vesper Queen can do something effective against the Giratina. Because I am also pretty useless against the ice type for attacking, but I can just play heal duties. Really? He's come straight back after me. It doesn't like me at all, does it? And what's that? 2 lives? No, is it 2 lives lost or one? I think it might just be one. Not 100%. I'm so used to it being a lot more stronger. I'm not gonna lie. What I'll probably do is use After You and drag your Slowamon to the front. I think that's the best bet. I'm still not going to swap because I need this for the Giratina really. As I'm the only one hurt, so at least we got some berries. And let's just... No, that's Psychic, that's no good. Yeah, it's only an ice cream cone. So it's not going to be the strongest, and I expect the computer will swap out as well at the end. I just need to check your speed stat, see where you fit into the lineup. Because as I said, if I can use After You, I can bring you forward to hit it harder, quicker. Which would work for us, I think. But you never know with these, like speed stats. I always forget that I can actually look at the rest of the team. So you're 97, Vesper Queen slower, Ditto slower. Right. As I can't really do too much, I am going to bring you forward so you can just punch it. I probably won't do this in the final because I need to be hitting it myself, but we can get a couple of big hits in. I will probably do a Drain Kiss for me to hopefully get a heal a little bit. Now I think if we add my attack into this, we should knock it out this turn. If not, we could do that as well. But it's not. So you keep the Trevenant for the final, but your moveset's pretty bad for the for the Giratina. That's the problem. You're not going to really be able to hit it very hard, from what I can remember. As I said, the punch move's not going to hit. Grass is pretty feeble. Yeah, so yeah, you're taking the ice, as we said, yeah. It's we'll have to see what the computer wants to do. We know what they're like. They either get really lucky and get something perfect, or they'll get the weakest possible thing to it, like a psychic type no in our luck. That's not good. It's the Vesper Queen I wouldn't mind getting rid of, if I'm honest. But at least we're both max health. You'll be Dynamax in first go as well, I believe, because I think that was just mine. So we might as well just go straight in hard with the ice moves. And hopefully the computer doesn't sabotage us. Right, yeah, so you've got Blizzard and Ice Beam, which is great, and you've got Ice Body, so you've also got some healing. We really do need Vesper Queen to swap, because it will die whether it gets attacked or not first turn. Probably. The thing I'm starting to notice a lot with these is you very, very rarely get psychic types needed to go up the path, because there's not many weak to psychic legendaries. Well, this is a good luck. It's up to us to win this, I think. Let's just have a quick look at what Raichu has. We already know that that might work in our favour on the Giratina, actually, the pressure. I just want to see what Raichu's moves are. Electric, Terrain, Psychic. Okay, that's not terrible. Doubles the speed. The Psychic could get the defense drop. And I know it's already doing that, so okay. I don't really need to do many after use then. But I don't... This is the problem. I use too many. Draining Kisses on the way up. Like the idiot. I can only do probably 2 Draining Kisses. I may even go for Energy Ball next to try and get a special defense drop. Because, let's face it, I'm not doing much damage here with one. So this may be an L. What we win some, we lose some. As we said, we've only lost 1 life so far. I don't think it has any spread moves, does it? It's this that could also harm us. But that's the other side. It's a one that you could probably all whittle down between you. It's just the little bit of worry on the Vesper Queen. I might actually need to heal it. I'm going to actually heal the Vesper Queen just to save her life. As we said, I could only do 1 more attack with my Draining Kiss. So let's see if this goes a little bit smoother. Special defense drop. Oh no, that's going to hurt you especially. But I think you lived, just. But we got rid of the ice. Which... Okay. I'll be healing you this turn then. But I've healed the Vesper Queen, that's key. That's the key. I know it's going to, like, not help in the long run, but you've got the ice body as well, so you get a little bit of health. Thanks for making it stronger, Vesper Queen. Maybe I should have let you go down. Right, where is it? There we go. Vanillish. Get this one healed back up, and hopefully we can recover a bit. Yeah, let's see. Please hit yourself. Okay, we can cope with that. Maybe we can get lucky and get the freeze in the next couple of rounds. It's difficult to decide what move to go for. So now that you're shrinking to normal size, I'm going to use After You on you, and you go Blizzard. Because at least we know it 100% hit. That's my thinking. No, 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 wrong button. I pressed the wrong button as well. I've just made the Giratina go first, I think. Oops. Hopefully it goes for a dragon move on me. I didn't even know I could pick the computer, the enemy to go first. We didn't want this anyway. That's why we've got it on our list, just to say that we've got it on the lists. Let's see if we can survive some more. I'm hoping your cheer may heal us. That's going to be the next bit. I'm just going to go for the Draining Kiss. I'll still try and do the after you in the next move. Try and bring you to the front for the battle. What's going on here? But I'll actually send it on to the right thing this time. Okay, down to our last life. We knew that was going to happen. We've got to put in for a clutch ice beam freeze. I think that's our best bet. But as we said, the run and the team we had was not the smoothest. So it was a bit of... We knew it was going, okay, it's going straight in. It's faster than me, apparently. That's survived, I think. But the sandstorm's not great. The Ditto would have been very fun, though, in the final. Can we get this clutch freeze? So we also know that there's no point me using after you. So my plan is to try and heal Raichu as best I can. If it survives the sandstorm. And I'm guessing that we've just got to hope we can get that little bit of luck with a freeze. Now the computer didn't help, they completely sabotaged us. Like, two completely weak things against one of the strongest legendaries. We didn't really stand a chance. I've literally just got to keep these out of... and we're just going to hit the ad as we die, so... Yeah, I sort of messed up with my moveset on the way up. I think we're just about to go into ads, but good luck with the other ones. If you did get a shiny, we'll see. Hopefully you will. Just not comfy, please. Not comfy. Trevenant and no to the ice cream. Okay, so nothing for me. Very nice. I bought another person a shiny. Congratulations on the shiny comfy. If you did want to share it in the Discord, you're more than welcome. I'm trying to do the challenge is also going to be like a video where I show off everybody else's shinies that they got while I got nothing. So I'm doing little segments where it's just going to be spinning them on screen as such to show what everyone gets. I do have the shiny charm, yeah. It's the only thing I've done in this game is get the shiny charm. Yeah. Because I never finished the Champions Cup. This is a random save which I think I used for a Wonderlock. Never finished a Wonderlock because I must have died or got tired of getting Gen cheated shinies because I needed them at a set level to try and stay within a level cap. And either I couldn't be bothered to grind them up, or they kept dying. So it's one of them. So we sort of, I don't know why we stopped, but we did. But it's about 2 years old. But I just completed the game. Well, completed the Pokedex, got the shiny charm, and went with that really. Do you want to do a slightly easier one? Do you happen to have Heatran shiny? And would you fancy doing a Heatran? At least we know this one's a little bit easier to beat. Or one, we said the two on your list are a bit more difficult, weren't they, for two people? Well, we can do Uxie if you fancy a Uxie, or just do a completely random one. Also, do you have the Ultra Beast unlocked? We'll have a go at a Uxie. At least we can get a smoother one done. Because if you have the Ultra Beast unlocked, we can do... fair enough. Are you also on the Reggie grind as well? The code is up and ready. I feel like I may just go and get the Ultra Beast on this save, but I've got nothing on this game that's easy to catch stuff with. That's the problem. I don't want to waste my other game because I've got the Reggie still already. So at least we get a good start. Not great. Well, we've got to hope we get a good run here. I've also... Actually, we're good against dark types, aren't we? So we want something bug, dark, or ghosty. Glalie does have fake tears and I believe crunch. So it may be worth going that way. Yeah, I think right is our best bet. Isabel screwed us up. I didn't press the button in time. It wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think anything's overly strong here. We just got to get stuff that's not weak, really. And we'll be alright against the Mr. Mime. Because we do have some poison moves. See, I stopped playing between Gen 3 and Sword and Shield. Okay, I'm not... That's no point. Which one's stronger? This one. I only really came back because of like the lockdowns and everything, and it just was something to do, getting a Switch, and by the time I played Sword and Shield, all the DLC had been released. Then a couple of years later I started meeting more people playing the games. Do like a shiny hunting competition with some people, did like a ridiculous Nuzlocke concept with some others. So over the years it's just sort of developed into more and more. I have played through X and Y and Sun and Moon once, but never sat there to enjoy the story, if that makes sense. So I've never really known much about the Ultra Beast. I just know that you can't unlock them till you've caught the whole Calyrex storyline, done all the Galarian birds, and all the Reggie storyline. And because you can shiny hunt the Reggies, nobody is unlocked them that we've met recently. Because we're all trying to shiny hunt the Reggie, at least a Reggie Drago or Reggie Lecky. Not so much the older Reggies. So that's why I've got Reggie Steel I caught a couple months ago. But the others I've done about 10 encounters on Regirock, and I haven't even unlocked the temple for Regice. But I know I've done my very first playthrough. I never knew about all of the shiny hunting in these games. So I caught everything on my first playthrough, not knowing anything. So that's the other side of it. So that's why I had to set up a second save last year for shiny hunting. And then I set up a this save, which was just an old save, just get the shiny charm, move my living dex out of home, and voila, we have a living dex. Got myself the Keldeo that you can get for completing all the dexes. I've done the Manaphy one and the Enamorous one. I'm the only one really keeping my thing. Like, the computer probably will start using Helping Hand, so I'm not overly worried. I kind of want to get rid of Isabel, but they may Toxic and then Venom Drench, so they might be helpful in the final if they don't get attacked. Purely because I don't really want to touch the rock type. What is that fairy type? I'm thinking fairy just for the gamble. The Hitmonchan has the elemental punches and power up punch, I think, so it's not much help. Even if it was weak, like, people use it against the right types. Mr. Mime wants to swap. What does Mimey want? Or what do you get with your gamble? That's not bad. That's got crunch. I would keep that for now if we can. Because, as I said, crunch is very good. And you've got strong jaw as well. And even if you do max, what's it called? Max darkness, you should do a lot of damage with that. This is where Salazzle comes in perfect. Just make sure you use the right move, please. Computer, we trust in you. Did you play this game before the DLC or just when it first came out as such? Look at that for huge damage. I know you're weak, but not weak to it, but defensively weak. But the crunch is first. Fair. Have you done Scarlet and Violet as well, or did you do Scarlet and Violet before this game? I think I got mine sort of at the perfect sort of era of time, because I got mine just after BDSP had come out and just before Legends Arceus came out, so I got the Switch with Diamond, Sword, and then PLA a couple of months later. So it all worked out really nicely for me. Since then, I've ended up buying Violet and Scarlet and Shield now. I really like PLA. It depends what you want to do with it. That's the thing I will say. The storylines and the gameplay is a lot more interesting. It is nicer to shiny hunt, but it also has that one little weakness where it is a little bit repetitive if you're only shiny hunting. That's what I found, because as I mentioned, I do challenges, and my first challenge was 31 hours in PLA shiny hunting with the shiny charm. So I was doing like hour-long streams just on each map, like resetting it all. We've got loads of shinies in there, trust me. My very long-term goal was to do a living shiny dex and a living shiny alpha dex in there, but my alpha dex has about 6 in it. Granted, it only had 2 in it about 6 months to a year ago when I started, but I stopped. But after that, I just sort of carried on. it is very frustrating. One of my future challenges is actually to do a full. Um, I think we're going to need to go fairy just to avoid it an El Creamy. Um, I think we'll just take the El Creamy on. Um, Now, I've seen people who do full alpha dexes, and I see how difficult it is. So I'm not fully going for it. I'm just trying to. If I find them, I find them. One of my challenges I want to do is actually just get a plain alpha dex in a month, as such, rather than a shiny alpha dex, which I think is very manageable. Um, but we'll find out if we do it next month. If this month goes really well, and there's a lot of people enjoy doing this, we may carry on. Um, I think we just got to hit it really. Quake is special defense drop. Okay. Because if we beat this in 3, then you Dynamax in the final with your crunch. Yeah, so that's kind of how I looked at it a bit. Like, that's a good simple challenge rather than. I got very tired of shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. I've tried it. I've done a lot, but I get. I don't like having to overly stare at everything to shiny hunt. That makes sense. I've tried shiny hunting outside of DAs, and I'm rubbish at it. I think I found 3 shinies in all my time. Overworld ones as such, which was Wobbuffet, a Gothitelle, and I was for another challenge. I got a Wishma, but I did nearly like 2,000 encounters, and I needed all of the Whisper line for the challenge I'm doing with someone else, and I've only found 1. I hate Masuda hunting with a passion. So I don't tend to do egg ones. In all my time, I've only ever got 1 thing out of an egg, and that was actually this week. I got a free cocoa because I need that. Again, it's a challenge I'm doing, a bingo challenge, and I need to Masuda hunt something, and I need to get a shiny free cocoa. So I've just been going through them like mad. But for DAs, I'm not too bad. Like, my best and funniest story is I got an Unpheasant and a Rayquaza on the same DA run, and then the very next run I got a shiny Whimsicott. That's my best run on one. But this is back when I did like the first proper series on Sword, where I was just had a little team, like 3 or 4 of us that would play for 3 or 4 hours a night. So we were just trying to shiny hunt like mad. Yes, it is, and it was actually my second shiny one of them out of these. But over the years, I've had things, well, since we started redoing these properly, where I understood shinies and how to get them in here, which would have probably been about the time when you said you came back to this game. We've had Jinx, Marowak, Armaldo. There are more. As I said, I got Latios last month, but I don't care if I meet another one on this game. Elsewhere, like, trying to remember, I got Pinchurchin, which is a really nice shiny, considering how unpopular it is. But compared to what, like, the team of people who are helping, we've got, like, as I said, we've had a Ho-Ho, Mesprit, Buzzwole, Zekrom, so one got this month. But one guy's got 10 shinies in 6 days in DAs. So yeah, it's been chaos. That was actually a lucky one. Like, my last month's challenge was shiny hunting every dark type Pokemon for the month, trying to get all 71 possible ones. And I thought, well, I'm bored of random encounter hunts in here. I'm going to do a DA against a psychic type and look for some dark types on the way up, and that was what I ran into. And I think I did end up getting a Lipard out of here eventually. Um, so we kind of want the computer to take this just because the Slazzle will probably be best to take this one. Then when it comes to all the other shinies, I'm not the most lucky. I just get on with it. As long as I like the challenge of DAs as well, like needing to strategically pick a path. Come on, Isabella. Yes, Isabella. Take it, Isabella. We got rid of our biggest weakness. And we have 4 lives for the final. I think we've missed our Dynamax though. That's the one bad thing. But I can build up Fury Cutter, hopefully. And you've got Crunch, which hopefully will get some defense drops. And Mr. Mime will hopefully help in hand for one of us too. That's our main goal here, I think. As we know, this should get stronger each hit. Didn't want to help it out. I'll probably do a reflect or light screen then. I can't remember what that does. Okay, we haven't got items, that's fine. Let's see. It's probably the wrong one. I always get mixed up which one's helpful or not. It'll probably want to do light screen next, knowing the computer. Yep. Here it comes. I can't see it using Psychic. Can we get that drop? Nope. Okay. Computers, at least the AI legendary's throwing just as much. Well, at least we're protected from everything. No, it's just nice to have something that's a little bit easier to deal with. Now, theoretically, it is still smarter that I just Dynamax and knock it out, really, isn't it? Or do I Fury Cutter and let you Crunch or Match Darkness? No, we just got to hit it. Just don't let it get in any ideas it can hurt us. Are you doing any sort of like shiny living decks, or are you just going for a few you like here and there? Because one of the biggest goals will be to get a shiny living form decks for me. But I need to do a little bit of updating, but I'm really far away from it, so I'm only at about 300. Fair enough. Which other ones that aren't on your list are you after? Welcome in, Morlander. You can join in the next one, yet. What do you have on your paths? We currently have Giratina, Uxie, Heatran, Xerneas, and Kiram between the 2 that we have going. And do you have any Ultra Beasts? So we could go for maybe try a Kiram next, unless you've got something on your list which is different again. But for the main challenge, I really feel like I want to ask to do one run on the Pheromosa, and then we can do one of the others. Like, my challenge for this month is to meet every single legendary at least once, and it's one that I haven't fought yet and don't have access to. Good luck on the shinies, and GG on getting through this one unscathed between us. Is there any on that list that appeal to you, Nico? Or just happy to go for any sort of shinies? If I'd got the other Mr. Mime, it would sum up my luck, really, wouldn't it? Nothing for me. Yeah, so we'll try a Pheromosa one, because it's a relatively easy one as well. So if that's good for you, if you want to set that one up, and we'll jump in and join when you're ready, feel free to put the code in the chat. I've already got Heatran. I don't need your help with that one. We basically just need something very good flying type, because it's bug fighting type. As we mentioned, we've done a lot of Buzzwole recently on our end, so it's pretty much the same sort of plan. But because of my challenge, I'm running very low on anyone that has Ultra Beast to fight. We've only fought Buzzwole and Xurkitree. But as I said, we try to stream at least 6 days a week, so if you do want to come back and do more in the future, feel free to follow along and join in. We also have a Discord where you'll get the alerts. Most of the time we run about the same sort of time as this. Sometimes we join other people who are doing them, which is mainly Boy from Belgium and Corey. I don't know if either of you know them, but okay, 2 4, 2 4, 2 4, and 2 4. But as I said, like, I do my best to try and run them as much as possible. That is me. Don't ask why I picked the coder. I think I just picked random names that are picked off when I played Supercard back in the day. I used to pick my trainers' names from the card I picked off the board, because I wasn't ever going to keep most of these saves. There should be one more. Yeah, Nico, I believe, is joining. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing here. Like, we've been working along for a lot of this over the years, but I would love to hit some more goals and do some more. Okay, so if we back out one time, and we'll try it one more time and see what happens. We'll go for the same code, but just wait for the all clear that it's up and ready, and then we can join in. And we'll try it a second time. As we said, we've had problems in the past with other people trying to join, like, so I know it can be a little bit problematic at times, these games. They do when they don't like us at times. There we go. We got our free team. As we said, we just pretty much want something with flying and that isn't weak to fighting or psychic. So maybe like a fairy or something. Not the best selection to pick from. Or if we find something like the metal sound might not be terrible on the Stunfisk, if we just want to weaken it more for defensively. Bicavolt's not the best. Yeah, so if we take this, I can just use metal sound for now. I've also got foul play if need be. Oh, that's the thing we wanted at the end. We might look for a Screecher on the way up as well. But ideally we want a flying type. Do we have a flying type? Maybe. We've got Togetic on the right, so I think the right's probably the best, if I'm honest. I'm just going to click right. Yeah, this one seems like the best bet because we got to have the flying move. I've also got a steel move, I think, that I can probably hit this with. I think I have a steel move. Part of me wants to go for the Cradilly because I'm trying to get that for another challenge. But I'm not going to run and take it. Right. I will just Metal Sound because I've got loads of them. I can't do much else. We will probably want to swap out both of your two for the final, won't we? Because we don't want Munchlax, and I doubt we'll want Lorantis. Let's just go back to what I was saying about. So maybe you take this one. Because, like, I can't remember where we would like to go next. That's the only problem. And a big Paralyze. I would say Nico take this one. Because Lorantis is no good at all against the final boss, whatever happens. And then it depends. If we were going to go for, I don't really know what our next plan was for what we were going to take next. That's the other side. I didn't really see, because it was trying to think what's strong against the next Pokemon out of the two of yours. But the Vicavolt's not terrible to have on our team either. And Munchlax isn't Munchlax got very good defense because of its ability, but I can't remember. But as I said, I've done 77 Dynamax adventures so far this month, and well, I've got a grand total of one shiny. Does that help against fighting moves, PickFat? I can't remember. So you're not terrible against the Pheromosa for the if it does have a fighting move. From what I, but we might find something further up that's just as good. Okay. Let's. We're just about to hit an ad. Annoying. Let's just snooze that for a minute. Let's see. Well, all I know is I won't be taking this. You've also got Follow Me, which will be helpful and healing. Yeah. So if Nico takes this, and then we'll find a replacement for the Munchlax next. It's that rock type. It's not the best all around, really, is it? So I think we'll probably want to go right. Still, nothing's really great here, is there? Okay, that's why I don't click on anything, just in case. We can still hit this relatively hard, depending on its type. So then you take the Drift Loon at the end. I'll probably still keep this because of the special move. Metal Sound more than anything. I'll still go Metal Sound just to weaken it a bit. We may lose a life here, I think, which will be helpful. See, that's where everyone else makes the plans. I just follow them. But at least we know we're going Drifblim next. And it's good that they keep attacking you, because if you're the one going, it doesn't matter if you take all the damage. I can't really do much to this, but I'll just do this to get some damage done. I've already weakened its special defense, so hopefully this can do more damage. And then we can start trying to lock down the DA or the Dynamaxing on the final as well. And if we do lose some health, Togetic can do Life Dew in the Drifblim battle, can't it? As well, which will help us. If this has Screech, I'm tempted to take it myself, just to stop the computer taking it, but I think the computer will still roll the gamble against the scientist. Oh, one more shot. Oh no, it is going to die to poison. We just sneaked that one through. Because this one would be good against the Drifblim, won't it, with the rock move? But I have foul play, so that might be my play for this. And I'm immune to, I think it has Thunderbolt. So at least I've got an immunity. I know I'm not the strongest. Taking away abilities. Yeah. It's pretty much up to you if you swap this round or the next round, isn't it? You can do both if you want. And then we stop the Vikavolt going as best we can. Because it's not strong, but it will do some damage. I think that's Relicanth, the water one, wasn't it? That's what it was. I was trying to figure it out for ages. And hopefully we can get some good items. And if we get good items, we can carry on going. Now, I should just hit this really. Because we're not great for anything here. Please go for me. So what I'm really tempted to say is maybe get Togetic to use Follow Me this turn, sacrifice the life and have it max health for the final. Because it's going to attack one of us, we might as well let the Togetic go down once and the rest of us beat it. Oh yeah, you can heal, can't you? So if you heal, and then, because you'll get the Dynamax in the final now. As well, which is going to be big. I always forget that you can heal yourself because the Comfy can't heal itself. Oh, that Tailwind. It's not too much help really in the final, is it? We just want to hurt it. That's the key thing. Make sure we hurt it because it's so frail, the Pheromosa. And I'm guessing a max Rockfall will do a lot more than Ancient Power. And then my foul play should finish it off. But annoyingly, I'll take a tiny bit of damage here, I think. I'm just going to slow down while the ads play before we get into the final. So don't think I have disconnected. I'm just trying to make sure we get through them before we start the final. I might even save this Pheromosa run for the other Dynamax people who are after Ultra Beasts. I can get rid of Uxie. It's not the end of the world, Uxie. Keep the Heatran and Giratina, I think. Please be something good. What do we get? Bright Powder might be helpful. Am I going to hit physically? I'm not really going to hit. So I'm just going to use the Bright Powder. It is a little bit risky to Dino first turn, but I think Togetic is not going to die to anything it can do to it. But I just want to double check something before we start. I want to look at the stats, what type of move Togetic has, and Drifblim actually. So you got Psychic, so that's physical, and oh, you don't even have a flying move. You've got the fairy move. Right. Yeah, you Dynamax. That's just because I'm no good, and it will be too long before its Drifblims go. Just go, because then your Play Rough will hit more accurately as well. Because you'll get the max Starfall, which is better than that, and I could actually use Terrain Pulse after this, which should be Misty Terrain, so I should do super effective as well. But just stick to Play Roughs if we can, and we should get this done relatively easy. I thought you had a flying move for some reason. But we've got Psychic on the Drifblim. Okay, well, I'm here to take part. What does that boost? Speed, okay, it's always going to be faster than us anyway. But it's so frail, this thing. Yeah, it hits hard, but it's defensively terrible. I'm hoping my cheer can revive your health completely. Drifblim's got the Life Orb as well. But if everyone does the same moves again, we'll win, but it's what it does first. Right, let's cheer you on, and hopefully he'll... Hopefully this is a heal one. I really need a heal one, really. That's what we needed. I'll be very disappointed if it knocks one of you out from here. Yeah, main hurt the Drifblim. And 2 hits, you're tanking that. This will pretty much... Yep, easy. GG to the both of you. Good luck on the shinies. And it was a good spot to get that, because I nearly went the wrong way. That's why I sometimes take a little bit longer. I sort of have the sort of ruling that if you see the path that's best, just click it. And if I haven't done it, it will pick the path you see that I don't. That's kind of what I like to do. If I say that I'm going to pick the path and it's wrong, we're going nowhere. So let's see. Pretty sure that's not a shiny. Nope, that's the one I want at the moment. And no first time luck on that one. Did we get you another shiny? Yeah, I know. That's why I try. One of the things I sort of say is, for the first, when we first get into a battle, just say that you want to swap and start discussing it before we fight. Let's just see what they've got here. Sweet Coon. No, we don't want to touch a Sweet Coon yet. So, do you fancy trying the Kirim between you both? That Nico has saved up? And then we can sort of. We've done one that everybody has hosted and seen whether we could bring anyone some luck. Or would you want to do another one on this one? Well, this one was pretty easy, so we could just do this one again, couldn't we? We know it's pretty smooth. I saved the path so I can set it up as well. Sometimes it's easier just to do a couple that are easy to run through. I saved it because I know a couple of people that are after a lot. We can do the same code this time then. Because I've got a couple other people that are doing this sort of challenge with us, and they are also after Ultra Beasts because we've not been smart enough to unlock them all. No, we're all Reggie hunting pretty much. Because we're Reggie hunting, we're falling a bit behind. So this is number 5 for today. No worries. Thank you for joining in today. I'm going to just start with this. Basculin does have the Psychic Fangs, but it's a bit weak on the way up. Octillery would be good with Acid Spray as well. Or Glalie, no, I would say Glalie, but Fake Tears. But so we've kind of got an okay trio between the three of us. And just see if we get something slightly better on the way up. So we do get a Cutie Fly, which would be good. What's the normal one there? Maybe go for the Altaria. We want to go right. We can still go left after this one if we want to change. Which path do you think's best? Get the Altaria? Or does it not have a flying move? Okay, so you'll take this and then we'll go normal and then the Altaria at the top. I can Dynamax actually, because I just do Max Darkness. Which one? Oh, Pheromos has a fairy move, does it? It's just that if it has a flying move, it will be even better to have on our side. But I've got a flyer move, so I should probably just keep this for now. That's the other thing that is good for us. Let's see how this takes. Yeah, it'll take it. Not. We know that Basculin's going to get hit a little bit more than it needs to. Because the other side of it would be take the Basculin to the Altaria and Ice Fang it. Should pretty much one-shot it. And even if it only attacks that, then we've got 2 flying types that can do a lot of damage, and you've got your ghost move. That's my thinking more. But we kind of do about 2 to 3 hours of DAs a day at the moment. Just plodding through to see how well we do on these. So if we go, I think we have to go normal next. And as you said, you're taking this, which is fine, because you've got 2 moves that are good, and the Vile Plume is not terrible for most of the route up there. Yeah, Vile Plume does take the Munchlax, because the top levels are pretty bad as well, because there's a dark and a rock type, so Catherine's just going to have to deal with whatever rubbish we leave her with. I do like Pangoro, but not for this battle. It's got coaching, which is really good in the DAs. But we're just going to have to battle our way through this slowly. We don't have any defense weakening moves, do we? Can I do anything? Only do that. Just gonna do this, like, was it not your turn? It's if you do Dynamax next turn, you got the Max Knuckle as well, haven't you? So that's good. Okay, that's why Catherine's here, to take the damage. I would still probably Dynamax just to make sure that we hit it. So we know what our luck's like. If Focus Punch is one of those annoying moves, isn't it? But at least we can sweep it with that. And as we said, if Catherine wants it, Catherine can take it. But we need Basculin to hopefully hit an Ice Fang on the Altaria. Even if that's the only thing it does and gets knocked out straight after, it will be helpful. It should be the fastest thing on the field, I would imagine. And then you can take the Altaria. Unless this has Ice Punch, and maybe swap that first if you want. I can't remember what Munchlax has. But I imagine you will probably hit the hardest. Actually, don't need to now, you've been healed. Way to go, Catherine. Yeah, well, that's good. I have a good ability as well. Doesn't really matter what moves I'm using here, 'cause nothing I've got overly great against anything until the final, where I'm just going to have to hope it's my Dynamax turn, but I doubt it will be. It's going to be very frustrating. But it doesn't matter, because if it misses me, it will be Nico's and then Morlander. So we've all got something that's super effective. It's just the flyer moves will be quad effective. Yeah, so we'll leave this little thing here. If Catherine wants it, Catherine can take it. No, she doesn't want it. Hopefully that gets the target, and it can just keep pollen puffing. I'm not the best. I'm colorblind, so my shiny colors, I kind of just make them up as I go. But I think it's meant to be a bluey, a brighter colour than the normal. I can see the colours, I just don't know the definition of the colours. It doesn't matter. That's what's fun about shiny hunting. I can make up what I think the shinies are. Now let's just hope that we can get that one instant Ice Punch, Ice Fang straight in on this. So the thing with Munchlax is if you do have the DLC on Violet or on your Violet save, if you can get the Ogre Oustin done to level 10, you can get a free shiny Munchlax. But it's very difficult even with your full team of 4 people you know. I never got one myself, but I know it's doable. So what's that on the Ogre Oustin or the moveset? Which one are you on about? I'm confused. So I am going to miss my Dynamax. Yeah, that's in Violet and Scarlet. If on the DLC, if you do that little Ogre Oustin game you've got to do, but past like the tutorial you have to do. There's like 10 levels to it, and you can play with 3 friends, and you've got to try and just get it done. Like, never done it myself. I think the closest I ever got was actually the first time we tried it. Ever since then, we struggled to even get past level 8 or 9. Nobody quite does it coordinated enough. It's not. I think once you finish Scarlet and Violet, it's not as fun as this one can be. This is probably the best side thing you can do on Pokemon. So it looks like we're going to have to go right through to the ghost moves here, aren't we? It's been annoying, but it's not going to make too much difference, is it? But still, we'll get through. And we should have a nice... Is that just the pure game, or for shiny hunting? Is that your best? I want to try and play through it properly. I know the wormhole side of things is amazingly fun. I've never really got to do it myself. I like that they did something different though with the game. That it wasn't just the same old gym leader that, gym leader this. They just tried to add a nice little flavour to it. Which is always a good addition when you're playing these games. You can't always have the plain old formula, but then they brought it back for this game. But so it doesn't have the flyer move, but it has dazzling gleam, so that still helps. At least we're full health with the 3 of us. That's the shiny badge quest. That's a lot of commitment. I would probably stick to dazzling gleam because of accuracy, I think. But I don't think it should matter too much because we get the Dynamax on the ghost move, which should weaken something on it. I'll start flying. So if only I'd got myself like a quick claw or something, it would have been even better. As long as I survive whatever it wants to hit me with, we'll be alright. Yeah, the shiny badge quests, they something I want to do. I would say you might as well, because it's going to be 2 turns before I Dynamax, so there's not much point. Let's just get it knocked out quickly, because the computer will be the next Dynamax, then me, so we knew that was not a bad thing, because at least they wasted a move on something that's not going to do much. And I can fly and hide. And then I forgot this shadow punch, so okay. That's good chippy damage, I guess. And then we'll see what happens then. If we do get round to the next one, I'll just Dynamax. That's only going to lower it. That does a lot more than it should do. But it does hit hard, this thing. Oh, it was a crit. That sums it up. Hello, Sophie, how are you doing? We are still trying my Dynamax challenge. We've found an Ultra Beast, so we've got a 3-person team going. I am also looking for the fossils en route. Did I miss fly? Really? The one time I need the flying move to hit, we miss it. Yeah, doesn't it just increase speed though? Hello, Trainer Lounge. How? I'm not sure who that is. How come we've changed our name? Or is that another? It is Robert just using Trainer Lounge now, okay. I wasn't sure completely. How are things? How is my faction treating you? I've decided to set myself this challenge to try and get as many shinies out of DAs this month. And it's not going well. I've got one out of about 78 DAs. And that's why we needed the flying moves. So GG and good luck with the shinies. It's very mixed. We did a shiny hunting every dark type Pokemon in March. Yeah, that wasn't fun, but PLA was fun. The rest of it was, this game was horrible for it. Shiny hunting in this game is horrible. But I think we're doing well. We're all having fun with our DAs. Found lots of people that want to play along. So we just decide to stream slightly longer than we used to and keep moving. So let's see, do I finally get some shiny luck? No. So one of the guys that we are doing these with has got 10 shinies in 6 days out of DAs. So it's been a little bit frustrating. I will probably keep that, as I said. But never mind, we got it won. They're the key things. As long as we win. I don't need Tapu Fini. But my goal is to encounter every single legendary this month. And I am now on 37 of the 47 already. So, did you want to try another one on this one? Thank you for joining in, and as we said, if you do want to come back again, we'll be doing these most of this month. So, and thank you for joining in, and I hope you enjoy your shiny that we got you, and enjoy the rest of your day. I might still be around if you do want to come back later. So the code is up, ready to go. So you've managed to get as many shinies as me from DAs this month, and probably do a fraction of the number I've done. No, Nico, because on the first one we did, they got a comfy. So, and as I said, I've sort of been counting mine up throughout the month. Not a great set to pick from here. I'm thinking I'm going to take this because it will be strong against a flying type if we have a flying type we've got to take on. That's my theory. We have a horrendous lineup here. Let's see if we can find. Well, there's a good start. There's one flying type. We just want one flying type ready, don't we? We can get away with the rest. Don't really want anything there. So Marowak's not terrible because it's got a dark move as well, I think, or a ghost move. So we're just going to have to stick left, aren't we? At least we can beat the flying type pretty easily. That's the positive thing. So it's going to be how long do I have to have Mr. Mime dancing on screen until I get the next shine? And can I get the redemption on this pheasant that I had to leave behind? Let's just hit it as hard as we possibly can and hopefully get this done quickly. On paper, I'll probably take this first. And because I think everything else is sort of ground at best what we can take. And I believe Dragonair's got like a really good moveset, hasn't it? You've got some good coverage. It could be a fun stream activity, but it's also very stressful. I've tried it with 4 people just on a voice chat and we went loopy trying to do it. But then I did also join a streamer when we did our best attempt at it. We have an Ultra Beast here if you're interested, ironically. We're doing Pheromosa. Just so it could go hand in hand with your shiny Buzzwold to rub in Belgium's face when he comes online. I haven't seen him today. We've done 3 runs on it, but we've won them all. But this run I'm slightly more worried about because our selections have been awful. But I'm honest. I did get someone else a shiny again, so there is shiny luck coming from me. Not for me, just from me. We should be. This is the big help, really, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go back to try it. Like, if I want a Munchlax, I'll just do it the hard way. I may even Masuda. That's how much I don't really want to do it. Right, so if I do take this, because I'm no good anyway. But the computer picked some bad ones for this as well. Is that Cinccino, isn't it? So we want to go ground and probably, well, we've only got option of ground. Yeah, as I said, we did it. I still follow them, but they don't stream anymore. And we did I think we actually did it 3 players and we missed out by 1. We may have done 4, I can't remember. But it wasn't the worst thing we did. Like, it's just one of them where once you failed it twice, it does get very annoying. What does Feather Darts actually do? Okay, we'll just do that then. So Feather Darts might not be terrible against this at the final either, while I save up to do the max airstreams. Depends what we get really, doesn't it? We kind of want the Cryogonal to disappear as fast as possible. It's just very strange that their attempt at Dynamax in Scarlet and Violet turned out to be really boring. The raid dens are very glitchy and horrible. So when we come and play this one, we actually do enjoy the game more. So that's the positive side of it. So we can keep on going and see what happens next. As we said, we weaken this attack, so we'll see what happens next. And this does have Screech, so this will be good to have, actually, won't it? Is this physical or special? This is physical. So if this uses Screech on the final, we should do a little bit better. If I can Dynamax. I really need to be the one to Dynamax in the final. At the moment, otherwise it's not going to be that easy. I kind of want a Dynamax round 2, just so maybe I can Feather Dance it once. But we'll see. We've got, what was it, 2 ground types next, I think. We've got to pick which one we think's best. I sort of feel like it might, if it's Nido Queen, it will be okay. If it's Nido King, it will be perfect. But I can't quite figure out, because Nido King at least has the Fire Punch. I don't really need to attack, do I? Just use Taunt. Just to annoy it some more. The computer will finish it off. Let's see. This is actually one of the few shinies I have had here. Before starting this all new challenge up. Ironically, did you find your Celestina yet? Or are you still desperately searching for it? As we said, this is not a terrible thing to have, which I kind of sort of want the computer to take. Yes, that's good. Just so it can probably Screech or Throat Chop. So, is that a Nido King? Or shall we just go left and get some berries? I'm not going to click. Can't actually figure out what that is. They're both Nidos, aren't they? But if this is the Nido King, as we said, it's got Fire Punch, which will be very helpful. But it does also have Thunder Punch, I think. Let's ride on. They all look the same, don't they? I will probably just have to do the same and Feather Dance so it can't hit me too hard. But as we said, I haven't actually seen a boy from Belgium today. I think he must have run out of shinies to catch. Please do that on me. Okay, that's not bad. Probably helps that I've been weakening it. Now, ideally we win this round. That's the dream. And that's not good. Okay, this is going to be a longer battle than we need it to be. Computer, we're trusting you here. There's no real point me Dynamaxing because I can't really do anything. I'm just going to just ruin all its attack. This is kind of the annoying position. We just need Screech to hit every time. I will be going to try and weaken it. If I survive, as we said, we've taken out most of its defense attack. So that's what I'm going to have to do from the start. Just feather dance, feather dance, feather dance. Tell? Well, just keep going. My dual wing beat isn't going to do much to anything. Okay, so we have beaten the Rhydon. That's what we're trying to do then, I think, but there's not much we can do when it was doing the moves it was doing. Like, it happens. Like, we'll just keep going. Like, if I can do 2 rounds of feather dance to it and it can screech it twice, I'll weaken it attacking us and defending. But we really want Isabel. Okay, there goes my Screech plan. There's no real point doing Tailwind because they're going to be faster than us, whatever. But I need to just neutralise it attacking us, really. No, the partner in crime. As I said, if you want to join the next one, you're more than welcome. I know you were hunting for them all, but we're doing it well with like not always having the best team for it. Like, this probably is our worst team that we've had. It knew I was strong, so it came after me. The run, like what we had to pick from the beginning, was pretty awful, to be honest. So we're kind of just it's solid if the Dynamaxes were in a different order. We had just lost a Marowak as well, which was very annoying. I'm just trying to weaken it so it can't really hit us much. Well, we'll find out when I die now. Did I die? No, we just got slower. I did die. Great. I thought it was so weak, only did like 40 damage. But anyway, that's the first life we've lost. It's just it happened to be on my Dynamax turn as well. I thought it would start using fighting moves on the ice type or rock type. We did destroy it last time with a Toka tick, which was quite fun. Okay, well, we'll attack next time. We'll finish it off next time. I was hoping just to get to my Dynamax as quick as possible. It's a bit like Kartana with fire, I guess. Let's just hope that it doesn't come for me again. I was over strategizing on this run, was I? Sounds about right. I think that's only one life we've lost, though, so pretty sure we've only lost one life. We've had a pretty smooth run through. Well, that's another GG, even though I didn't do very much till the end. Good luck with the shiny. Well, if we don't get it shiny here, we'll probably do another run on it. I kept it on my list. Like, did you want to join for this one? As I said, I know you're after the Ultra Beasts. We had a 3-player team for a couple of rounds, but at the moment it's just the 2 of us. I already have this one shiny. Okay. I don't have it shiny yet. We can go for one of the other ones that we have between us, if you want to join in one. Please say I pressed the right button. You got nothing. Go away. Okay, no worries. We'll just do another round on this one. And hope we get some good flying types early on. I think the same's happened to Boy from Belgium. He must have lost his Switch because I haven't seen him today. And he's only had one shiny today, so he must have given up playing Pokemon. Only one in 12 hours. What's going on? Right. Might as well just. It's not terrible. Fair enough. We'll look for our path. I've only picked this because I can do the instruct and we can get a double flying move done. We do have a ghost at least. There is a flying dragon on the left. Does fly? Oh, we got 2 flyers on the left. Probably be easier to go for. They're both not great, but I think this should be just slightly better. Yeah, I'm looking at the top 2. It's just the first one was a bit of a which is the best option. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to go for Noctowl. It was just, I wasn't sure what would be better between the first battle because we can get to it no problems. Now, there's no point me Dynamaxing here, so I'm going to let you Dynamax. Are you faster than me? Probably, right? Yeah. So I'm also going to use Instruct, so try to use your bug move. Because then we'll get 2 rounds of your bug move on this. And we should one-shot this completely. Why did that not work? I thought it worked. If someone did a move, it would do it again. I am so confused. I don't think it matters too much now. I survived. Preferably we don't take this, if we're honest. Because we want the flying type and it's going to be weak to it. At least you've got the electric moves. Actually, you can't use your electric moves, can you? Because we got Manetric. So I can do this Instruct on you. Or set up the Reflect, maybe. Because Instruct didn't work first time. So I'm not sure why. But it didn't. Is that a thing that happens first move, that Instruct doesn't work? I always thought it did, especially if you were faster than me. But... Or is it you got to be slower than... I don't know. I'm not sure what happened first move, but I could just set up Reflect. Okay, so I can set up Reflect, for example, first turn, and then do Instruct. But by then it should be dead. Should we just go... Oh. Just go Ghost, because it's the weakest thing here. Can't actually touch me, so... Cinccino is not great to have on the team. We'll see how this one goes. This one should be a little bit smoother, right? I would like to think it will be smoother. But it does have pressure. I might as well just light screen. See what everybody does. And luckily they got rid of the Manetric, so at least your electric moves are going to work. Or hit, whichever you want to use. And then I'll probably just go for Psychic now. Or shall I do Psy Shock? It's a bit of a coin toss, those two, isn't it? Which one hits harder? I feel like it's going to have a better special defense. I'm guessing here. Let's see how bad my guessing is. Not great. We'll find out when we do the next move. Fair enough. As I say, I'm still learning everything as I go along. When it comes to Nuzlocke, I focus a lot more than what I do in these, because I always forget to do all the studying behind it all. Because you're generally fighting things that you don't think are difficult, but turn out to be more difficult. So is Psy Shock actually worth just hitting first move on the boss? Or Psy Kick? If it's going to attack its defensive stat, Psy Shock should do a lot of damage, and then the Sky Attack should do a lot more? Or is that not likely to be a good idea? So we don't really mind if the computer takes this. It's not the worst. It's not the greatest thing to have, but it's not... Fair enough. We'll stick with our Psychic if we can get a go at it. So we want our Noctowl. I'll just do a Psychic. And I'm assuming you're taking this. Or are we going to go with... yeah, it's best if you take it, because at least I can do some super effective damage too. Right, just a plain Psychic. And then we've got the electric moves. And what we'll see how much Psychic does to whether I do Instruct really on the second turn. If Psychic does a good quarter, I might as well just stick with Psychic. But if it only does like chip damage, I'll probably be the one that gets attacked, because it seems to like going for whatever it's weak against first. And it's not awful having the... Well, does it have a bug move? I haven't seen a bug move whenever we fought it. If it has a bug move, the execute is not great. Oh yeah, because Sky Attack's a double move. I'm kind of in a position where I want to get knocked out so I can have full health for the final. But I don't think I'm going to get hit. And that's one life loss, I believe, and that's it so far, which isn't terrible. Because I'm thinking to do one more after this, and that'll be it for today. Doesn't make too much difference, but we're just going to attack this little bug thing. And see how well we do. I can't believe I'm at nearly 300 catches in this challenge. Okay. So ideally we want it to miss a high jump kick as well. It is annoying that I don't have full health, but if it attacks me it's better than weakening somebody who's max health, I guess. Which we're going to have to deal with, but I believe we should be good because, well, as we said, the ghost can't really be hit too... Well, Throat Chop's going to hurt the ghost, isn't it? But let's just see how well this one goes. Straight in with the Psychic. At least Sky Attack sort of takes it away. Okay, that's 2 lives down, but at least it didn't touch the Noctowl, which is the big thing. It's always going to be faster than us, so that's not a problem really. nice. But we could do another different one altogether if we want. We don't have to go for this one. Yeah, we could go for something that everyone can get shiny. But that's me done. I think that's 3 lives lost. Now it's all up to how much the Sky Attack does. Does it one shot? Nearly. Hex. Not quite. Ooh, this might be a closer one. Does this potentially boost defense? That's the question. Okay, so that's taken knocked out for a hit. Wait. Okay, I'm not going to complain. I'm confused why we suddenly went before it, but I'm guessing it must have used one of the other moves. So now we've discovered that gravity is good. But then I don't understand why Sky Attack works with gravity as well. But let's not complain when we win. GG's and good luck. And of course not. No shinies for me. Let's keep that one saved. Did you want to try one of your other ones, Morlander? This time, and then ironically will join us too? Let's see if I can remember what you had. It's a long way up the list. So, which Tapu did you need, ironically? I know you said you got 2. I forgot which one you said you've already got, even though you tell me every day. Is that... So, do you want to have a go at Tapu Bulu? 3-player one against that should be pretty good. Like, at least everyone needs it. That's the key thing I'm looking at. Because that'll be a good last one to do for the day, a Tapu Bulu. So I'll set it up with the code we used, where you just set your game up. Obviously, I won't put it in until you say it's ready. But then it's good because that means everybody is going to get something they could need. And we know it's pretty easy. It is literally just look for a poison type, isn't it? Or a poison move. And then with the luck it's going, ironically we'll get the shiny. We just have a very short little ad break while we do the swap anyway, which isn't too bad for timing. Okay, so it is up and ready for people to join. I'm just happy to give everyone else a shiny nowadays. Okay, so that is the team. Actually, we should have waited a bit longer. Yeah, we wait till the end of the ads and hopefully it'll be slightly better. Me trying to figure out if I can see what the lineup is for the top lane game. Right. Well, at least the Marowak's not terrible. This isn't terrible. Okay. Right. As we said, we want a poison type, don't we? Or a poison move. Not the best. How are you, Kim? Well, I didn't click on anything. No worries, Kim. How has things been though? Like, we have had a lot going on with all of our hunts at the moment. We've finally got one shiny. Everyone else has got loads more. But you tuned in as we're going into the last one of the day, probably. Nothing's great here, really, is it? I could do Burning Jealousy if it attacks me, which might be quite fun. It's no worries, as I know, the sun's out, people are out having fun, so let's see what everyone gets up to, right? Well, Marowak did well. If we get through. If we get through. That's the kiss. This thing hits extremely hard. If we lose to this, we'll just do another round. You know, I'm just going to do this and hit this and hope it does something good. If we lose, we lose. Who would have thought Tapu Bulu would be the one that caused us most problems? That's the thing. I know we could be, but we never know. We've seen stranger things come out and work in our favour. Like Jigglypuff not wanting to do much. I am going for moves, but I have nothing strong. We think the fire moves will work. Marowak doesn't even get to stand up. I think I've gone the wrong moves every time so far, so this is good. If I had done the fire move, I would weaken the water move, wouldn't I? As well. I think the challenge is just to try and beat this with one life. Like, get to the end with just the one life. That's the new challenge. Can we get a speed boost? We got the hill. Doesn't help much, but... Quake as well. Oof. Oh dear.
Who's that Pokemon? It's go.
This is the reason why Dynamax adventures can be frustrating. But never mind, we tried. I'd like to see Marowak just get one punch in before it gets knocked out. I don't know why I just went for that move. That's the wrong move as well. Okay, I burned it at last. That might help. Let's see if it does help. Well, one life for Tapu Bulu. We'll be fine. Don't worry. We've done worse. With less. But never mind though. No, we can't end it with a loss. We don't really want this, do we? Oh, Jigglypuff wants it. So you said you wanted to go for this, didn't you, the Alolan? We get some items. Maybe I could get a Focus Sash. That would be nice for this battle. Oh no. Well, I have an Expert Belt. So that'll help. Nothing else helps there. So on paper, this should be a one-hit knockout, right? We just want to hit it, really. We don't need to worry about anything else. It doesn't help that we're all quite frail. When we win is the word. When. That was fun. That's why I wanted a Focus Sash. Shall we try and run that one back? It would be funny if the Kingler was shiny though. That would be quite funny. I'm not keeping that thing on my list. No. I swear she just said that was a letdown. Right, so when the code's up, just let us know and we'll jump in. And then we'll try and end on a W this time. But we went too heavy on the fire types, didn't we? And Kingler is a run ender. Wait, why am I hosting? That's not right. We should be hosting. Let's try that again. Round 2. There we go, that's better. Now, at least I'm third, so I get to see all of the options that have been ignored. There is a Screecher, but it is weak. We do like ourselves a Frostmoth. And this was actually going to be the last one I was going to do today. Do I just take the Screecher for now and we'll swap in a minute? Yeah, this was, as I said, this is the last one I was going to do today. But we are going to be live most days at about the same sort of time, from about 12 till 3ish UK time. So if you want to come back tomorrow, we'll be ready for more. Well, they're both not great, are they? I'm assuming we want to go to Talonflame after this. But normally you'd be welcome to join in when we're doing these, like they're open for everyone to join in. But we have been live for nearly 2.5 hours. Have you got a way for them to find you to join in with yours? If you want, you can join the Discord and arrange to do DAs through there. If you don't want to do it through messaging on here. Okay, I will take the Talonflame. I've got a Thunder move as well, or an Electric move, which will be helpful. But so far today, we have still not had a single shiny on our end. It would be a great shiny. The only one I've ever had shiny, if that was one of the hacked ones that was sent to me when I was Wonder Trading. So I got rid of that one. Because we've nearly hit 300 captures in this challenge and only had one shiny. I will say that this generation probably has some of the best shinies. Oh, Raichu wants this, so that's okay. And it's got some rock moves for the Talonflame. We get the berry, so we're maxed out. It's not great for the Frost Moth, but it'll work. I thought I was taking the Talonflame. And then I think we've got a relatively good team for the final. Might as well just do a Firebird fight as well. Thank you for coming in. I will probably see you around in the future in someone's streams. Enjoy the movie. We have a wide guarder though. Why couldn't you just... I should have taken this, the first one, and just to beat this, shouldn't I? With the rock moves. But we'll keep going. We'll plod through. Now we're going to be faster. Okay. That'll get stronger, won't it, with me hitting harder? Just come and attack me, please. Just attack me. No one else but me. That's good. Good, Talonflame. Take out your thing you're going to be replaced by. With both of us having Tailwind, is it better for you or me to go for Tailwind, or is it going to be depend on where we are when it comes to Dynamaxing? At the end of the day, because if it's your Dynamax Tailwind by me is great, if it's my Dynamax Tailwind by you is just as great, or it's not going to make much difference. And I can't remember what our last one's going to be. I'm hoping we've got something planned for the computer, or... Okay. And then we can just rotate through. Okay, so this is not great for me. I'm assuming we're going probably water. Electric. Pincurchin. That's my boy, I've had that one shiny before. But it has been a good day for Dynamaxes. Like, we've been joined by a few other people. Um, and as I say, we're going to be doing these for about the same sort of time, 6 days a week. So they're always going to be open for anyone to join. So feel free to follow and join the Discord, and you can see when we come back on. We would love to be able to get full teams of 4 for each session we do. I don't need to tailwind here because this thing's slow, isn't it? So I'm just going to hit it. And we're doing a bit of a challenge to see how many shinies everyone can get this month, mixing it up with everyone involved. The idea is everyone kind of joins the Discords, or a couple shares their shinies, and then we see who did the best this month. As you can see, I'm doing sort of the worst with just my Galarian Mr. Mime. But I can't help that. It's just going to happen. It's going to have to stick like that. Yeah, there's a couple of Discords we can join. They have DA chats, so you can all communicate and lock it down to just 4 people. And that helps, so no one interrupts you if you want to concentrate completely, if you want to do them completely voice activated as such, rather than just text. It's all there for you. And just try not to get all the legendaries before me, really. That's the key thing we ask. Don't steal all my legendaries, like everyone else seems to be. But it's been good to join other people on these today as well, because we've helped someone get one shiny at least. We've had nearly a perfect record, shall we say, which has also been good. So, yeah, I think we've done well today. After I Gale Wings, what will be better? Flamethrower, Hurricane, or Steel Wing? Shall we see? We can do, yeah. I didn't know what time he was starting today. Yeah. I was looking at the other people online. He must have just started. So we can go and say hello to him and steal his shiny Lux. And so Wagger, they will be hosting DAs as well, so you might be able to join in with theirs, like someone else in our little group that are trying this challenge. Apart from he steals all your shiny luck. And I mean all of it. Boy from Belgium. You've probably seen him with Corey as well. It's like the three of. It's the main three that people I know that are doing the Dynamax that I've like properly talked to and everything. I think today we've failed a Giratina, which we had a horrendous run. And then we've also failed one Tapu Bulu, which wasn't actually a Tapu Bulu that we failed. But it still wasn't a good thing for us. No worries. Like as I said, we're going to raid into another Dynamax adventure streamer after this, and they usually do them open as well, so they might have some spots open if you want to do some with them as well. But I don't know if this is going to be going great or not. Yeah, we'll raid straight into them so you can join straight into their stream with their Dynamaxing. So you don't need to go and look for them. We'll just go straight in, do a proper raid, say hello. And as I said, he usually does do them open to other people, but sometimes there's been nearly like 8 people who want to do them, so they do a little split couple of 2 rooms going at once and then swap the teams around a bit depending on what people want. I know he's very heavily after Landorus, which I know is on your list. He wants all of the genies mainly. So there's that one that's going to be quite good for you. Is there anything that you're after, Wagger, more than anybody else, anything else? Or have you got anything on your lists? Or your list that what the lady saves for you after each one? I might do some with them as well, just offline, because I want to try and watch something. No, just the shinies you want. No. Fair enough. Because some of us have like the list of the ones that are easy to go for us, so we will have a different one. You just don't want the Garchomp though. No one wants that Garchomp. But as we see, we've pretty much got this round up. It is strange some of the ones that have been excluded from DAs, I will say. But I believe this is going to be a GG. Well done, computer, let's protect us. No. Oops. Maybe not a GG then. I think that's our first life we've lost, isn't it? The whole way through. So not a perfect one. But that's it, yeah. So GG and good luck with your shinies. So we see we're so close to 300 encounters. I think it'll be 2 more wins than it would be. At least we know Boy from Belgium can't steal our luck on this one. I'm pretty sure that's not shiny. Nope. Nope.
No!
Sadly, no shinies.